Hello everybody, this is Braxwolf, and today we're going to be looking at the Helm's Deep beta changes to the Trapper of Foes yellow line. If changes is what you can call them, it's actually pretty much a complete overhaul to that yellow line. And I made another video earlier talking about all of the hunter changes that are in beta, but I didn't feel that I really did justice to the yellow line because a couple of reasons. I wasn't familiar with it, first of all, and second of all, I was limited at the time to 15 minutes for the entire video, so I was kind of trying to rush through it. No longer a limitation for me, and I've also played around with the tree for a little bit since then. So first of all, we'll go over the skill tree and we'll show you what all the traits and skills are, just as a refresher, or if you haven't been able to see the other video. First of all, the Trapper of Foes is the yellow line, as it was before, Spec 3. And here is the tree. First skill that you can earn is Tripwire. It actually applies a stun, so that's a good one to have. Natural Extracts, 5%, 10%, 15%, all damage over time for all of your traps. You'll find that this is not only a crowd control build, but it's also very much a damage over time build. Next one is Survival Gear. This is just good for physical and tactical mitigation for your guy. Combat Traps. Minus 3 seconds to trap skill cooldowns and increased damage. Those are good ones to put points into. Explosive Arrow. This is an interesting new skill that fires an area of effect fire damage. Elusive. Partial evade chance. I don't know if I want that much elusiveness. Rain of Thorns, which the more points you put into it, the more damage Rain of Thorns does. Explosive Powder. This is a plus percentage damage to Deadly Decoy and Explosive Arrow. Those are your two fire damage skills. We'll talk about Deadly Decoy in just a second, but we'll go ahead and up this because I like fire damage. You get to put in the new Helm's Deep, I guess, skill trees, you get to put points into your stances depending on which tree you're traded in. So you can go into any of the 3 stances still, but you will get bonuses for a particular stance depending on which one you're in. And then the Trapper of Foes line, the stance is Endurance. As you can see, you get Endurance, block, parry, and evade ratings increases for the 2 points you can put in there. I don't typically run an Endurance. I like Precision on live today, so we'll see how Endurance does for us. This is Piercing Trap. This is I guess there's another fire damage skill, and it fire damage over time. Also slows your target run speed, so this will actually earn you a skill, a trap skill. Advanced Placement will increase your max range of your traps. Complex Mechanisms, it makes your traps stronger, minus a percentage of resistance penetration, so nobody can resist your traps. Armor Rend, penetrating shot debuffs the target's block, parry, and evade rating. So whenever you fire off one of your pen shots, it applies this debuff or block debuff for your targets. Wounded Prey, Merciful Shot applies an additional damage effect if lingering wound is present. Potency is based off the number of stacks on the target, so this one stacks. Or the lingering wound stacks. I guess I'm still not too sure about what that skill does. Obviously, improved Distracting Shot. We want to be able to fire that off as much as possible for crowd control. And the One Trap, which does all kinds of stuff. It slows down your target, does damage initially, it does damage every 2 seconds for 20 seconds over time, and it does light damage as well. So I got 10 points left. I tend to like to put it into the blue line. Here's some quick draw, so in skill induction, speed increases for my inductions. Here is the specialization. We'll go over those real quickly. Deadly Decoy. The decoy now explodes after a short duration. I don't know that we... Deadly Decoy must be a skill that we get no matter what, because I don't see it over here in the tree. Decoy, yeah. So what a decoy does is you put it down and it acts as it actually generates threat over time. So it acts as a kind of a tank decoy for an enemy that you may be fighting. And if you get to this point in your specialization, it explodes after a certain period of time, 5 seconds. The triple trap. This is kind of cool because it turns your regular trap skill that everybody gets into a triple trap. Trap skill has a 1-minute cooldown, so now you've got triple traps forever with a 1-minute cooldown. Don't have to buy them off a weaponsmith anymore. Master Trapper does a 15% incoming damage debuff. Does a couple things also for the other traps. Snakebite Trap restores morale for all those who hit the target, and for the Deadly Decoy, plus 10% incoming critical chance debuff. So a little bit of defense for you there. Strong Intimidation increases Hunter's fear duration and reduces the chance of their fear being resisted, so that's good for your Bard's Arrow. Heightened Senses increases the Hunter's stealth detection and evasion, adding a chance on evade to reduce the active cooldown of all trap skills. So on every skill targeted you, on evade, partial evade, minus 5-second trap cooldowns, plus 6 stealth detection, and plus 5% evade chance. Purge Poison now works on the entire fellowship when you get to this box here. That's pretty cool. Sturdy Traps increases the grace period of your traps and removes any focus loss from movement. So let's try a few of these skills out. Alright, so let's go see what the yellow line can do now that I've got all my skills. First we'll target the warg. I'm going to shoot a flaming arrow at him. Let's see, that's an area effect skill. I'm going to put my decoy down now. And you can see the decoy continues to generate threat by the icon on the warg's head. And he'll continue to attack that thing until it explodes on him. And then it stuns him. I don't know if that's just an automatic thing or if there's a chance of that. So I just threw a snake bite at him, so some more damage over time. And here's the one trap. This is a pretty cool one. Spikes. So you remember that does a big damage initially and then more damage over time. And here's my triple trap. Just keep him in one place until he dies. Here's another warg over here. We'll try something similar. I'll do a Rain of Thorns on him. I'm going to put that decoy up again because that's kind of cool. We'll see if he breaks out of that. I guess he's going to be stuck too long for me to get him. Okay, so here is my... I just hit the tripwire one. It should have a stun on it. I need to come back through it. Stop howling at me. Get over here. Boom. That trap stuns him. Go ahead and throw the one trap back on him. If you're taking on one mob at a time with the yellow line, you almost don't need to shoot any arrows. It's pretty impressive what they've done to this line. The damage over time and the crowd control. I just got him with a triple trap. Go ahead and throw a snake bite on him. I got my scarecrow tank up. Wait for it to explode. Stunned him. Throw my one trap on him. Stun him again. He walked through at that time. But I could trap him again. Until he dies. Yeah, it's just, it's pretty crazy. I mean, you could find a lot of neat ways to play this class now with a completely new new lease on life for the yellow line. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have a chance, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Braxwolf Storm Chaser is my Google Plus account. You can find my YouTube channel from there. My Twitter is @Braxwolf. You can email me at braxwolf@gmail.com. And you can see my other stuff at LOTROplayers.com, or listen to me on LOTRO Players News, which records every Saturday at 8:30 server time at LOTRO Players News /live. You can listen to us live, or you can subscribe to our feed on iTunes. Go out there and leave us a review. We'd like to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.